I'm Maroz Ramos from GALANG, Philippines. GALANG is a non-government organization working with Filipino lesbians, bisexual women, and trans men in urban poor communities. Our main area of operation is in Quezon City. It's in the National Capital Region. Currently, I'm the Deputy Executive Director of GALANG. My focus is basically I supervise the overall operations. So our programs are capacity building, policy advocacy, networking, and research. But my main focus is on capacity building. The most pressing issue is still the unequal opportunities for women, even if they have similar or equal competency with and skills with their male counterparts. So the opportunities, the benefits also, even the salaries, there's a difference, an unequal distribution of salary. Second is for lesbians, bisexual women, and trans men, or those that are female assigned at birth. If you're a woman, you could get pregnant or you would want to have a child, so there's a tendency for you not to be employed because the employer would choose males who do not need any maternity leave or leave with pay once you give birth. For the pregnancy-related discrimination, just recently, in last March this year, the expanded maternity leave law was passed. From 60 days, it became 105 maternity paid leave. Yes, it's beneficial for the women who are employed because they have more time once they give birth, but there's a tendency that the employers may use it for them not to hire women. The intersection of poverty and sexuality. One, if the young LBTs, if they're bullied in school, the tendency is for them to drop out. They wouldn't finish their studies. They wouldn't be able to get better paying job. They would be hired. Either they would be in the informal sector or they would choose to migrate actually, work abroad. They would compromise their sexuality. GALANG do several things. One is we educate the employers themselves, both in the public and the private sector, for them to be more gender sensitive, gender neutral, for them to be non-discriminatory, especially in hiring people. And then we also advocate for policies, either review or change the policy itself, even the employers themselves and in the public sector. Our main challenge, actually, since we started in 2008, the lack of awareness among the LBTs in the community, especially those in the urban poor communities, about their rights, and they are not empowered enough for them to be their own advocates, pursue to uphold their rights. When you do organizing, it's a revolving door. People come and go in the communities, so we continue to capacitate them, educate them to become more aware about understand their own sexuality and to become leaders in their own communities and organizations. When we engage the government, we try to invoke or use the mechanisms in place like the CIDO and the SDGs for them to either pass a policy or implement a program that would enable and empower the LBTs and the women either in the workforce or those even still in school. It is useful. Philippines has its development plan patterned or after the SDGs actually. In that development plan, gender equality is already mentioned. So there are thousands of cities in the Philippines. There's only about 25 cities who enacted their own respective anti-discrimination ordinances. And Quezon City is the one with the most comprehensive local policy. This policy actually is only applicable for the whole city itself. So the provisions of this anti-discrimination ordinance, one is for employment, education, and then all the other services for both public and private establishments. It should be non-discriminatory and inclusive of persons with diverse OG or LGBTs.